Alright everybody, I was only gonna do one spooky video for Halloween, but then I remembered, this time only comes once a year. I need to use this holiday to its full potential. So in today's video, I'm doing a Halloween version of my Characters Time Has Forgotten series, which is no longer only gonna be limited to ad mascots. I've picked out 3 shows and characters from them that for the most part are kinda forgotten, or at the very least, not as popular as they used to be. And to fit the theme of the season, not only are the characters forgotten, but they're also pretty spooky, perfect for Halloween, but unintentionally creepy to make this interesting. Now before beginning, I have a question. Do you have any sort of stories regarding any of these characters? Maybe one of them scared you when you were younger, maybe one of them scares you now. If so, leave a comment talking about it. I would like to read them. Anyways though, with that now out of the way, let's get into the main video. Now first up on the list is something I feel like most people find creepy. Puppets. So what happens when you take Sesame Street, but you get rid of all of the fun characters, and you also take away most of the budget, like all of it? Well, you end up with Peppermint Park. Peppermint Park was a really weird, really low budget, educational kids puppet show. It's literally just Sesame Street. I mean, even the names are similar. Sesame and Peppermint are both plants. Then you have Street and Park, which are both locations. And then, the titles are both alliterative. The series was released exclusively on VHS from 1987 to 1988, and consisted of 6 episodes in total, as the series was discontinued before more could be made, due to the show not being successful, at all, and it would have been totally forgotten about, had it not been for some people on the internet's interest in it. But their interest was not to learn about numbers and colors. Oh no. The internet was much more intrigued by just how creepy this show was, which, yeah, makes sense.
Who made this? Charles Manson? I need to know more about this. This is fascinating.
Now, since this was an educational show for very young kids, you can probably imagine what was being taught. For example, numbers.
Oh, well, if you're explaining the number 4, you only need 4 crackers, right?
That's right. See here? 1, 2, 3,
Right?
4.
4. Yeah, I see.
Now, this may be due to me recording this at 4 a.m., but who thought this was a good idea? This hits totally different at 4 a.m. What am I looking at here? This is so freaky looking. It's almost laughable. How was anyone during the production of this not like, this looks kinda creepy? Anyways, though, let's just move on. This pig character here, named Piggle, is a reoccurring character in the show, and later in this episode, he teaches the viewer about traffic lights, and he says he stole the light, which we can see causes an accident.
Wait a minute, Piggle.
What?
Exactly where did you get it from?
From that big pole on the corner?
That light was very important on that pole.
And according to the Peppermint Park wiki, because of course there's a Peppermint Park wiki, Piggle steals a stoplight off of a pole and causes a car crash, making him the only character with a body count, which is already hilarious. But it needs to be changed to only character with a body count that we know of, cause I would not be surprised if any of these other characters have committed unspeakable crimes. By the way, why does Piggle sound like Kermit?
Right here.
Piggle, wait a minute.
Good, I see ya.
Now another horrific, famous character from the show is this guy here, named Maynard, who is just depressed, and he sings a song about his depression by relating it to the color blue. He also says he only eats blue cheese, which may be the reason as to why he's so sad. It cannot be healthy eating only blue cheese.
You know I'm cool as the ocean and cool as the breeze. All that I eat is blue cheese.
Also, Peppermint Park wiki, can you please fix this? You spelled blue wrong on Maynard's page, and it's making me kinda blue, so just fix that, please. Now, this next character is the creepiest from the show, I believe. This is Ernie. No, not that Ernie. This Ernie. And I hate this guy. This little guy. But you know what Ernie does not hate? The letter M. He loves it. And sings a whole song about it with his annoying voice.
We're introducing the letter M. It's such a great letter. It's marvelous. Magnificent. I can't imagine life without the letter M.
Oh, yeah, Ernie? How about medical malpractice? That a fun M word for you? Actually, it's 2, but whatever. Or maybe Piggle would prefer the word murder. Or maybe Maynard which that already starts with M, but maybe he would prefer the word malnutrition. M is probably one of the worst letters. For example, if you were going to play a nice little game of Wheel of Fortune, you're not going to pick M. You're going to do T, R, S, something like that. You're not going to pick M for quite a while. If you say M is your favorite letter, you're wrong. Other than the puppets teaching and talking about stuff, the show also featured just a bunch of other random things. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but I do like it. Quite a bit, actually. It's kind of hypnotizing in a way. Now, like I said earlier, Peppermint Park would be released on VHS in the form of 6 individual episodes from 1987 to 1988. And in what is probably surprising to literally no one, the series did not do very well when it was released, and was thankfully discontinued, and it's only remembered nowadays for looking like something straight out of a horror movie. Speaking of horror movie, well, actually horror show, in the series, Channel Zero, there's this little spooky kids puppet show thing named Candle Cove, which was based off of a spooky online story, and Peppermint Park was one of the inspirations when it came to adapting this spooky story about this fictional kids puppet show in Channel Zero. So that's probably not quite the legacy Peppermint Park's creators thought it would have. Speaking of creators, the show was directed by John Horton, and I think he was like the main guy behind its creation, I think. Not too sure though. This thing is pretty obscure and old, so there's not too much info on it. The monsters, puppets for the show, were created by Dan O'Quinn and Dave Chapman, with O'Quinn making them for the first 3 episodes, and then Chapman doing them for the rest of the series. So good on them for making the most memorable part of the show. I will say that not all of the puppets were horrifying, just most. Like these dragon-looking fellows, for example. Look pretty good, kind of freaky, but not terrible. The human ones, though, just look wrong. Especially you, Ernie.
Hi, gang. It's me, Ernie.
Shut up. Alright, I think we'd better move on before I make this video solely about my hatred for Ernie. Now, the next character to talk about is not any less creepy, but I suppose for the theme of this video, that would be a good thing. This is Mr. Noseybonk. And yep, he's terrifying. Mr. Noseybonk originates from the British TV show Jigsaw. No, not this Jigsaw. I mean this Jigsaw, the much less famous one. And this one was an educational kids show. I don't know what it is about those in making the most unholy creations of all time. Cause you have Mr. Noseybonk. We already went over Peppermint Park.
Hi, gang. It's me, Ernie.
Please stop. And there's also Ratafak Plata, who I already made an entire video about. But he gets a pass, he's a cool dude. For some reason, if you have an educational kids show, one of the characters is gonna be the freakiest thing you've ever seen. So anyways, back to Jigsaw. The show had episodes released on BBC One from 1979 to 1984, and hinted at by its title, the show was about solving puzzles, and small puzzles, or problems, would be solved throughout the episode, and then those would help answer a big overarching one at the end. The show had several characters and people in it, but the main ones were Adrian Headley, Janet Ellis. Now those are not characters, they're just straight up real people, in case that was not obvious for some reason. On the show they didn't have like fictional character names. And then you had this little puzzle piece thing named Jig, and those 3 were the hosts. But beginning in season 2, a new side character was introduced, Mr. Noseybonk, who was played by Adrian Headley. And in this role, he wore this very freaky mask, with huge eyes, a giant smile, and most notably, an unbelievably large nose. You can really get a lot of sniffing done with a thing like that. And in the show, he would not speak, and best I can tell, nor would anyone that appeared in his segments, except on rare occasions. And in said segments, he would just get up to some fun little shenanigans, which in some of, or all of these, I'm not sure, his shenanigans would give clues to the puzzle that was trying to be solved. And Noseybonk was just a silly little guy, kind of, with a slight change to the mood. He can become much more sinister. That was pretty scary. Also, Noseybonk had a family, which is interesting, but it's kind of hard to tell who is who here. Just look at them. They're all the same, but I'm guessing. This here would be the wife. This would be the daughter, but there's also this baby from a different segment, who is very clearly related to Noseybonk. I mean, they have the exact same head, but this woman pushing the baby around does not look like Noseybonk's wife. So, this is either Noseybonk's, like, hired babysitter or something, or, more scandalously, a paramour of his.
Nosybonk Noseybonk is not supposed to speak.
Hey, who turned the lights off? Put them on, I can't see in this!
Whoa, Nosybonk. You're not supposed to do that.
Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me.
Okay, we'd better move on because I think I'm losing the plot here. Now, just like the characters from Peppermint Park.
Hi, gang. It's me, Ernie.
Ernie, I swear, get out of here. Anyways, Noseybonk is the only reason his show is relevant, as if it was not for him looking like a freak. I don't really think anyone would ever talk about his show. Now, in other notable things surrounding the character, the YouTuber Ashens has made a few videos entitled Noseybonk Returns, which portray him in a much more sinister way. The shorts will begin with Nosybonk acting normal, but by the end some kind of creepy twist will happen. Also, in the TV series X-Files, the episode Familiar features the villain Mr. Chuckle Teeth, and he was inspired by Mr. Noseybonk, so that's nice. So now let's move right along to the final character being discussed in this video. And also for full clarity, I am aware that this last guy is not really forgotten. In all fairness, he's actually pretty famous, but he's not as popular as he once was, so it kind of counts. I've wanted to talk about this guy for a while, and I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity. Next up, we're gonna be taking a look at Mr. Blobby. Yeah, this freak. So who is this Mr. Blobby character? Well, if you're British, you probably already know, but if you don't know, Mr. Blobby is a character who originated from the TV series Noel's House Party, which was named after and hosted by this guy here, Noel Edmonds, who is a pretty famous media personality in Britain. Noel's House Party, similarly to Jigsaw, aired on BBC One, with the new episodes released from 1991 to 1999, and it was a variety show. It had several segments to it. There were game show segments, prank segments.
We come up with all this sort of thing.
I think he's gone. Oh my!
Just a wild show overall. And beginning in season 2, in 1992, one of the segments would star the fake kids show character, Mr. Blobby. And the premise behind these segments is amazing. The main idea was that you would have celebrities acting like they were filming an episode for Mr. Blobby's TV series, as the celebrity thought that he was some kind of famous kids show character, and the celebrity, with the help of Mr. Blobby, would just teach the audience about the celebrity's job. Well, at least that's what the celebrity thought they were there to do. In actuality, Mr. Blobby was not in fact an already established famous character with his own show. He was made just for Noel's House Party, but the celebrity did not know that. And as Mr. Blobby and the celebrity tried to film an episode of the fake TV series, Mr. Blobby would just act like a menace, and the whole thing would go terribly.
Can you kick the ball, Mr. Blobby?
Blobby, 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 blobby.
You've made a mess of that ball, Mr. Blobby.
A bag of flour was worth 2 Blobby beans.
Hold it. You all right now?
You all right?
Just do a little bit on here.
I don't want to look.
You don't He's gone mad. These are little chips.
It's actually hilarious stuff, and you should definitely check it out. You can find uploads of it on YouTube. Just search up Mr. Blobby Gotcha. That was the name of the segment. So why is Mr. Blobby on the list? Well, a lot of people found him to be kind of freaky looking. And yeah, I see it. Though not as spooky as some of the other characters on this list. The eyes and the smile in particular are kind of freaky. Also adding to the terror, Mr. Blobby does not speak English. Akin to that of a Pokemon, he only really says his name, and has an odd, like, distorted effect added to it. Now, even though Mr. Blobby was not a real children's show character, he kinda became that, as he was super popular with the kiddos, and Mr. Blobby just exploded in popularity. It was actually kinda crazy, and this was dubbed Blobbymania. Mr. Blobby was everywhere. If you could put his freaky face on it, it was on there. Mr. Blobby also made a lot of TV appearances, separate from his original prank segments, where he would just continue to be a nuisance. And while he did continue to appear on Noel's House Party, he also appeared in a lot of other things too. He even had a video game, cause why not? Michael Lego was the creator for Mr. Blobby, and while he could not make any money off of his creation, he was the one who had to approve all of this stuff. And one day, he got an interesting call asking if Mr. Blobby would be interested in doing a single, to which Lego responded, "We'd only be interested in doing a single with Mr. Blobby if it's going to be a Christmas #1. And to this, the guy calling simply said, "You're on." Enter a song considered to be one of the worst ever created. I mean, it's on the worst songs Wikipedia page. That tells you all you need to know. The song was titled Mr. Blobby, how inspired, and was released on November 22nd, 1993. And even though this song is just, like, straight up garbage, it's not good at all. It's horrible. It, reached #1 on the UK singles, and did become the Christmas #1 single, which is mind-boggling. Now, that was not the only crazy thing Mr. Blobby was getting up to. He also had his own theme park. Now, close your mouth, because I know it's probably wide open after hearing that. It's about to drop even more. Mr. Blobby did not have one theme park. He did not have 2 theme parks. He did not have 4 theme parks. But 3. Mr. Blobby had 3 theme parks. Have I made it clear how popular this freak was yet? Now, although Mr. Blobby was immensely popular, by the late 90s, Blobbymania dwindled down, and he eventually stopped appearing on Noel's house party, which came to an end in 1999. And even though Mr. Blobby is not even close to being as popular as he once was, he still does make some appearances here and there. Last year, he even appeared on Good Morning Britain with Noel Edmonds.
Stand by.
I had a funny thing.
Oh, you knew it was coming, Noel. You knew it was coming.
It's so beautiful to see a father and son reunited.
No. Behave! Behave! Go to your room!
I also just found this. On the subreddit Casual UK, they have Mr. Blobby as their icon. So yeah, just a pretty famous guy who has fallen off in popularity, but not recognizability, particularly in Britain. And like I said before, he does not fit the title of this video completely, but I just wanted to chat about him for a bit. He's kinda just like Britain's weird hyperactive child. It's kinda funny how popular he was with the kids, as his personality and design were kinda meant to mock kid show characters. But he just did a 180 and became what he was making fun of. Now, I think I could go deeper into the past of Mr. Blobby and give him his own video, so do let me know if that may be something you would be interested in. And there you have it, a look back at 3 unintentionally creepy TV show characters that time has forgotten. I'm gonna count the guys from Peppermint Park as one for some... Fine, Ernie, you can say it, but just one more time.
Hi, gang, it's me, Ernie.
There you go, now I never want to see you again. Anyways though, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a subscription, a like, and maybe even a comment would be greatly appreciated. Oh, also something I want to mention is the video that inspired this video, which is this one here, from Blame It on Jorge, or George, I'm never really sure. But this is a great video, and I just took a deeper look into 3 of the shows mentioned in it, because his video was pretty much just basic info, which makes sense, there's a lot of shows covered in it. And with that, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.